Thank you, Swamiji, for just being here. I've had a lot of airtime here, at the microphone, but this I want to share is really, I think, much more important than what I said before. In yoga, about 2 days ago, I had this experience in my back. We were trying to touch our hands, which I can't really do, but the effort to do that released a really deep incompletion, and I started crying just seeing that incompletion with my grandmother basically nagging me to stand up straight, and I just didn't, it's like, I don't know how, and that was kind of coming out in yoga, and all of a sudden the muscles cleared up. I could see that weakness in muscles is just another incompletion. It's not necessarily something that has to be remedied with excessive effort and working out. And when I looked up, my vision had cleared massively, and like today I'm just looking around and it's even clearer, and I can see why. So I was so touched. After yoga I went to the banyan tree, and but I was crying and other people were coming, and I was lowering my head, and I realized that there was this shame, and I tied that back to the root pattern that we discovered from age 4. So I realized that since age 4 I've never really seen people. I just realized that people were just like characters in a cartoon or something for me, but I hadn't seen them. And I don't know, I thought I might cry up here, maybe I will, but I realize even if I'm crying, I'm going to look people in the eye. And you've given me the chance to look you in the eye a lot at Darshan. That's been great. And so coming back to the Timali process, when we started the Timali, you said, what do we think of people? And I just judged everybody. Basically, they were all stupid. I had no use for any of them. And then in part of the Timali process, each individual is sharing for typically an hour at a time. And I don't think I've paid attention to anybody for more than 5 minutes at a time in my life. And I'm so enjoying, so fascinated, and the very people that I thought were the least interesting have such power and so much to contribute to me and to others. And so I've just been so engaged listening to other people. And I guess what I really want to, and I just want to end with 2 things that were so important for me, because out of all my mistakes, my sister, we had a disagreement over money, and she had called me for 7 years. I couldn't talk to her without her just calling me a criminal, and typically either I'd hang up the phone or she would. 7 years, and I had other transformational programs. I kept on trying to figure out what could I change about me to make that relationship work, and nothing worked. And on the 3rd day I called her, I saw exactly what I had been doing wrong since age 8 with her, even though the problem I thought started in 2000, but really it started decades before. And we had an hour and a half long conversation that was just beautiful. And my fear of her was keeping me, my fear of her was keeping me from visiting my mom, who's 80, almost 84, because they live in the same city in St. Louis. And same with my wife and her parents. I've been separated for 2 years, and my kids live 2,000 miles away. And we've had, I've heard her laugh on the phone, and I don't know whether we really have a real marriage or not, but I changed I decided to stay for yoga, the yoga training, and then I'm just changing I already changed my ticket, so I'm flying to Columbus straight from Bangalore for Thanksgiving, and then I will go visit my mom and my sister in St. Louis, and then from there I'll figure out, because I live in Utah right now and everyone else lives where they live, and I'll figure out the rest from there. But at least I'm actually going to get to reconnect with all of my family, and I really didn't see how that was possible, and that was really a huge block in my life. So thank you. What else can I say? Thank you very much.